What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we are back here with some more CWC match review number 36 between Australia and I want to say the Singapore national cricket team. In all honesty, they would have put on a better performance as the defending champions. The boundary count heroes themselves have officially been knocked out of the World Cup in their title defence 36 games into the World Cup, so that should speak enough for itself. Hey, if you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button, leave a like for England being knocked out, and comment down below all of your celebrations, your thoughts, how you thought this one played out, and should England be kicked out and forced to play qualifiers for the next World Cup against Kuwait, Japan, Romania, Argentina. I mean, even Messi would have smacked them around with the cricket bat last night, but hey, just what a performance. If anything's going to brighten your mood, if you're not having the greatest morning, day, whatever it be, this will lift your spirits. This will do everything for someone. Hey, this if you're an English fan, do not watch. In fact, you probably don't like my channel if you were an England fan, so hey, let's get into it. This is going to be enjoyable. Let's do it. We will talk about the table, the statistics, all of that good stuff a bit later on. I can't wait for my power rankings video at the end of the World Cup so we can officially put England in the tier they need to be in. If you know what tier they're going to be in, comment that down below. All right, player of the match. You know what? The man came in with lots of pressure after the first few games of the World Cup. Everyone, including myself, was thinking he's just not enough. Like, one special spinner in India, it's not enough. We need someone alongside him. He's just not the guy. I take back every word I've ever said about you, Zampa. You can do whatever you want. I know your fiance, Stoinis, was looking on very proud, and he was very happy to be a part of that one last night. 3 for 21 off 10. So just sensational bowling, and really, not joking this time, an inspirational effort with the bat at the end. 29 off 19. Just thank you. You are Australia's hero. You are the world's hero, to be honest, not just Australia. You have done this for humanity, everyone's sanity. You've done this for life in general, and this is what I'm talking about. So just an incredible effort, and really just tighten the screws there as soon as England were just starting to put a little bit of a chase together, try and put together partnerships. Zampa with big efforts. We'll talk about it a bit more, but man, just super good, super inspirational, and just makes me happy. Just makes me happy. All right, Australia batting first. I was interested with that call. Hey, so England win the toss, choose to field first. Did they learn anything from this World Cup about not wanting to be out in the hot heat all for 50 overs in the day, and then they give Australia the opportunity to field in cooler conditions? Makes not a hell of a lot of sense to me. We will also talk about England's selection a bit later on. They're a rabble. They're an absolute mess. And to be honest, I don't know, where is it to England? Should we start putting them a part of the associate nations like Netherlands and Hong Kong? Like, should they be a part of that group? I think it's time to start considering it. Australia into bat first, head ball. Look, he couldn't back up what he did in the last game, but it does not matter. It was a shitty dismissal, but it happens. It's okay. You're just going to bounce back. You didn't want to waste a good innings on a Min-Our Nation. 11 off 10. Candice Warner, David, 15 off 16. Look, it's not to be. Look, we did lose a few wickets early. England were starting to, mount something early. 2 for 38 after 5, but hold on, what? 5.4, sorry. And then Smith and Marnus kind of consolidate this innings here. Smith, he's still not looking super convincing to the eye. Unfortunately, just not a great wicket to remove himself from either. Just did not hit it hard enough, really. He just didn't middle it enough. But he goes for 44 off 52. Played around a few nice shots, but it's interesting watching the India team compared to Australia. We look like we're struggling to bat a lot of the time out there and hit boundaries, but then you watch players who are used to the conditions like Rowett, Kohli, Shupman, who just pick up the length so well, read the different deliveries so much better and can smack it around for so many boundaries. I don't know what the statistics say, but I would guess that Australia is down the bottom for the amount of boundaries hit this tournament. It feels like we have not had mountains on mountains unless it's been Marsh or David Warner or Head in the last game. Speaking of that note, Warner, we already spoke about you. Marnus, Labuschagne. So let's get into it. Marnus, again, someone who didn't look all that amazingly fluent, hit 7-4s. Great review there from England to end up getting rid of him, but 71 off 83 is just what we needed at the time. It wasn't, it's not the innings that you go on the replay session and watch back 100 times, but just did enough. Needed someone out there to push around the runs. 71 off 83, not bad. We move on. Let's just put the perspective into it. So where are we? Hold on. 3 for 113 when Smith is gone, and then back to wickets. Marnus is gone. 4. Hold on. Josh Inglis is gone. Man, this, honestly, I just wanted to skip this sort of wicket. This almost was a dampener. If we ended up losing, I was going to blame it on this one man. I wouldn't have canned. 3 off 6, and you look at that and you're thinking, don't be too harsh. It's, anyone can go out for 3, but if you did not watch the way he went out, reverse sweep right up to that man, Moeen Ali, in close. I mean, before you went to play the shot, did you have a look at your field beforehand? You were 5 deliveries into your innings. We've lost 2 wickets on the trot. 1 wicket on the trot, in fact. The last thing we need is another one to start crumbling, that you just throw away your wicket. Lucky that I'm running off not much sleep here, or I was going to rip into him, but seriously, Carey played 1 bad game. We replaced him with Inglis. He played a nice 50, but then other than that, he's been not good at all, trash. So what's the next move for the wicketkeeper situation in this country? Carey's probably our next best bet, but in the future, should have a guy like Peter Hanscom for some reason still been involved in this? At least he's been decent in Indian setups before. I don't know, man. Cam Green also with a nice 47, decent on return. Marcus Stoinis also out there, 35, so yeah, not bad. Did hit a nice little slog sweep there for 6, which was quite arousing to watch. Pat Sir, come man, come boy, come. I'll edit that out. That was a bit weird, but 10 off 13. Zorba, just inspiration. Hold on, I skipped Stark. Mitchell Stark, 10 off 13, whatever. Zampa, 29 off 19, 4 fours, and Hazelwood not out for 1 off 1. Just the 10 extras from England. So we get into it. It's not like they bowled all that terribly either. David Willey, the retirement man, he's actually still bowling quite well, so he's just giving it his all in the last few games that he gets to play for his country before they explode and forget that cricket exists in that country. 1 for 48 off 10. Chris Wokes bowled very well early. In fact, bowled well for the whole match. 4 for 54 off 9.3. Got a little bit more expensive a bit later. Stoin then took him apart, but nonetheless, you take 4 for feeling good. Mark Wood. What do we think of Mark Wood? He's like, people, in Test cricket, Mark Wood is a must for mine, especially in England, Australia, South Africa, the Windies. Anywhere where it is pacey, bouncy, swinging, you want Mark Wood a part of your team. In India, I'm unsure. Was this the chance to give someone like Gus Atkinson another shot? The tournament was over for them. Was that the chance to get some more game time into a young up-and-comer in that country? I don't know, but yeah, I mean, he took 2 for 70, but if it's not a short ball that's, creating a bit of havoc, he just does not look like he's going to take a pole, to be brutally honest. So, yeah, Lucknow Super Giants legend. Where is he at? I don't know. Unless it's with a red ball, I would hope that England would have some better options, to be honest. I mean, Ben Stokes not bowling either is not helpful. Liam Livingstone. I'm not going to lie, Liam, you bowled like shit. You took 1 wicket. Who was the wicket of? It was a random wicket. It was of Stoinis, wasn't it? So he took the wicket of Stoinis and he celebrated like they just won the World Cup after that wicket. Liam, firstly, I don't want to see you ever do some shit like that at the Punjab Kings. And thirdly, if that's even what number I'm up to, you're lost. You're going back home. So on your bike back to Birmingham, son. Moeen Ali, none for 28 off 4. Okay, it was weird. I don't know why they decided to bring on Liam Livingstone and Moeen Ali before Adil Rashid had even bowled an over. Like that is mind-boggling. Like, if you are going to have your frontline spinner, Adil Rashid, who is by far the best spinner in that team, but they choose Liam Livingstone to bowl their first few overs of spin alongside Moeen Ali, who's unretired for these tournaments. Like, what is going on, Josh Butler? Have you had a mental crash or did you fall before the tournament? Like, what's going on, brother? I don't know. But anyways, Adil Rashid then did come on and bowl 2 for 38 off 10 and was actually quite good, so did not make a lot of sense to me. He did get a cheapish wicket there of, it was the one of, Josh Inglis, which was just, we're not going to speak about ever again before I throw up, but yeah, he was classy, and I don't know why it took so long to bring him on. Silly captaining, but Classic England, right? All right, so 286 to chase down here for the Pommies. It was going to be a hard chase. There's no doubt about that. But you're still thinking it's in with some sort of reach if you start off hot. They did not. The only thing that was hot was Johnny Bairstow walking back. I mean, none for one. No one even thought it was out. Like, I think there was one person appealing for it who was it Inglis who even appealed for it? Like, none for one. He's gone. Umpires raised the finger. David Milan, nice little 50 in there. But Joe Root also then falls quite quickly after. 13 off 17. Marnus was the only one who thought there was an edge. He's out. So that's another great review. England, well, they're crumbling early, 2 for 19. They've lost a wicket off the first ball. They then did consolidate a little bit here between DeWitt and hashtag FBenStokes in the comments. So, look, did it start to scare me or worry me a little bit? Yes, it did, all right? I was holding on to my sheets and I was thinking, man, please don't ruin this for me, Ben Stokes, all right? If he does this against Australia again, I just don't know what to feel or think, but thankfully he did end up going out. Milan was a big wicket. Great stuff there from Pat Cummins, and we did field very well. That's something that has improved a hell of a lot in this tournament, is our fielding, our catching. It's gotten a hell of a lot better since the first couple games. Ben Stokes, so look, he did look to threaten this away, but the CSK legend, the match payment man, he's going back home. I think he played 3 or 4 games, averaged about 10 with the stick, did not bowl, fielded. Did he even take a catch? Don't know what happened. Ben Stokes, he might as well retire again. I mean, seriously, like, whose spot did he take in this team? He was their top scorer, so I will be nicer, but what was the point, man? Did he really unretire just to come back and get a few match payments, and then is he going to retire again? Like, what was the point? I don't understand. He thought he was going to get another free trophy. Not today, mate. This is not in England. There's no boundary counts, okay? Josh Buttler, I mean, he's turned to complete garbage. He is complete doo-doo now. I mean, he had a great IPL season just a few years ago, won the orange cap, and now he can't bat in India to save his life. Don't know what happened. Back to Ireland, I'm unsure. Moeen Ali, 42 of 43. He's actually been okay. Liam Livingston, I mean, that's what you get for over-celebrating that wicket in the first innings. It was a great catch in close by Sean Abbott, and it was just crumbled. It had completely crumbled after what Ben Stokes really went out. Ali did threaten. Wokes hit a few boundaries late. The all-rounder, supposedly David Willey, 15 of 14, did hit 3 fours, but that's really about it. And the game was officially over. Oh, man, I'm losing my breath a little bit. Let me have a sip of coffee before I get into the rest. All right. Let's finish this off into the Aussie bowlers, man. This is where the game was officially won. Mitchell Starc, 2 for 66 off 10. He's been good. A little bit expensive, but you usually expect that from him. Josh Hoffy Boy Hazelwood, super under the radar at the moment. 2 for 49 off 9. Sir Cum O, 2 for 49 off 10. Been great captaincy. Like, I haven't heard anyone talk shit about his captaincy at all now after those first couple games. So, big shout out to you, Pat. You've fixed some things. Zorba, the man of the match, just beautiful. I wish he was able to wear the number 69, but I don't know why he doesn't get that. But 3 for 21 off 10. Man, you've got us. I love you, Zampa. Thank you so much. That's all I've got. Like, man, just absolute hero. Travis Head, none for 28 off 5. You know it's getting a little bit rough when Head bowls required to bowl 5 overs, but that's nonetheless, doesn't matter. Zorba did the clean-up job. And Marcus Stoinis, well, he did take a wicket late. He did finish it off, but gee whiz, did he bowl quite poor at the end there, and he did get put away a little bit by Wokes, and I was starting to get a bit nervous. I'm thinking, I've seen this script before where Stoinis bowls about 5 fucking no balls in a row at full chest height, and they all go for 6. I've seen it happen in the Big Bash before. This is PTSD. Thankfully cleaned up. Thankfully bigger boundaries at Narendra Modi Stadium. Not going to happen out there. And the game was all wrapped up. So shout out to Stoinis. Played his role. This is what we expect from Stoinis coming into the team. A little bit with the bat and a little bit with the ball. That is what he is here for. And Australia win. England are going home back to Leeds, fucking Hull, bloody Sheffield. I don't know where they live in England, but some place over there. Manchester, Liverpool. In fact, you know what? Liverpool is too good of a place for them to be. So let's just say like Manchester or fucking Birmingham or something. All right, on to the table. Let's get into it. Things are getting spicy because, well, not just that 4, 5, 6 position is getting crazy, but let's start at the bottom. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Just round of applause. I don't care where you are right now. Just a little round of applause. England are 10th. That's where they're going to stay. I think either way, they're not going to qualify for the CT trophy, are they? The Champions Trophy. They're not qualifying. Rule them out of that. They're going to have to go for the qualifiers for that. That's for sure. Bangladesh. Okay. Anyways, Netherlands. Hopefully they can win their next. Actually, I think they play Australia, so please don't win your next game. Sri Lanka. Okay, Afghanistan, Pakistan, both vying for that top 4 position from the Kiwis. We know the Kiwis were looking good last night. Pakistan then win by DLS method, a little bit dodgy, but they were looking quite good with the bat as well. Pakistan could have been a thrilling finish. So they get that win. They are now equal 4th with the Kiwis, with Afghanistan on 6. So these last couple of games are going to make or break it for New Zealand, Pakistan, or Afghanistan. I'm not going to lie, I like the Kiwis. But if I could choose one team to make the semi-final, I want it to be Afghanistan low-key. Although India would completely destroy them in a semi-final, but nonetheless, I would love to see Afghanistan make a semi-final. That would be pretty cool. Although, now that I think about it, Naveen ul Haq, maybe not. No, fuck Afghanistan. Forget them. All right, we're going to move on. New Zealand, Australia, now in 3rd, 5-2. The fact that we lost our first 2 games, I thought we were done. We were 0 chance of making Super 4s. Things have happened. We're 5-2. We've won our last 5. Whew. All right, good stuff. South Africa, yep, doing that. And India, of course, will play tonight in the matches. The upcoming fixture, the top of the table clash, who's going to finish at number 1 and play that 4th team in the first semi-final. It's a big advantage to play the lesser team. India, South Africa, that'll be huge. Tomorrow, we've got a complete mini bashing. That'll just be match fixing and payments all amongst it. Australia, Afghanistan. Wowee. So Australia, we have the chance here to potentially just, verse Naveen ul Haq and maybe drive the man into the ground after what he said. England, Netherlands, that is just... yeah, gee whiz, that is a sad matchup, isn't it? And then New Zealand, Sri Lanka, South Africa, Afghanistan, Aussie, Bangladesh, England, Pakistan. Who knows what will happen there? That'll be interesting. And then India v the Netherlands. So, hey, that will cap us off. Players. Nope, that's wrong. Stats. Quinny, Ratchin, Virat, David, Hitman. Wickets, Zorba, Madhushanka, Jansen, Afridi, and Jasprit Bumrah. So, hey, that is going to finish us off. If I can scroll back down. I don't know why Google insists on doing that. Australia trounce England. Never in doubt. Never thought this was going to go any other way. Australia win. I hope we all enjoyed. Celebrate England's misery in the comments. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see everyone in the next one.